Classic or competitive, in this era, everyone is using shotgun and rocking with it. Shotguns are most deadliest guns in close range, but only if you know how to use them properly. Whenever you pick a close range fight using shotgun, there are high chances of you winning the fight, but if you choked and missed first few shots, you will be dead meat in no time. Sometimes when you land with enemy squad and get only a shotgun instead of panicking, don't you think you should be confident enough to clutch that squad? For that, you must know how to master shotgun perfectly in close range. How not to miss shots, how to aim more accurately, which shotgun is better in which map, what is the best sensitivity for shotgun, and many more. And what about when enemies are rushing to you with a shotgun, or you are rushing and they have a shotgun in their hands? At least you should know how to defend yourself in such situations without any problems. So today I am going to give you a full guide on shotguns, so that next time you get a shotgun while landing with an enemy squad, instead of getting demotivated or saying it's my bad luck, you will be saying, come on, come at me. But before starting the main video, I'd like to say sorry for my fans for not posting informative content which help you guys to improve your game, and for being disconnected for so long. But from now videos will come like old days, and if you got any problems feel free to ask anything in the pinned comment. Your brother will definitely help in solving your problems. If you are new here, make sure you subscribe, and let's complete our 50,000 subscriber goal together. Like the video, and without any further delay let's dive in. Let's start from how to use shotguns properly. After that we will focus on how to defend it. First of all, make sure you always remember, as I have told you before, shotguns are more of a defensive weapon than offensive weapon, so it's more important that you use it when you are being rushed. Instead, when you rush, make sure you always remember shotguns have higher bullet spread, so it's important you use them for extremely close combat situations. For example, using shotguns inside buildings instead of using them in open. When you use shotguns inside building, it will give you a higher advantage over your opponent, because inside buildings it's easier to connect shotgun shots than if in an open area. While using a shotgun, a person must have patience. You have to wait for your enemies to come at your crosshair without exposing much of your body to get easy knocks. This is very important and you have to master this. Next point you have to keep in mind is that shotguns are more accurate using hip fire than of ADS, because of the bullet spread, so always make sure you use shotguns with hip fire and always try to aim for the chest region for better and accurate shots. Also, if you want to get better view so that you can get better and more accurate shots, switch to FPP, first person perspective, give a highly better advantage in most of the situation while using a shotgun. After all, you just have to connect a single shot perfectly and enemy will be knocked out, so don't forget to switch to FPP next time. Whenever you take fights with a shotgun, use long jiggle and mix jiggle only to connect more and more shots, or you can give a one-side movement in right-side situations or in ridge fights. By giving such movements, you just have to focus on your crosshair and enemy body. Trust me, if you'll use a shotgun like this you will definitely get better at using them. Next is equipping best attachments to maximize the damage. DBS like shotguns don't have any equipment slots, but like S12K or S686, you must choose best attachments. Firstly, don't use any scopes on shotguns as it doesn't make much difference. Now for attachments, we have duckbill, choke and bullet loop. For double barrel shotgun and pump shotgun use bullet loop, as it will decrease reloading time, and in muzzle slot choose duckbill or choke, as both works same. But for S12K, most of the players choose compensator, but I will not recommend that, as you don't use shotguns for long ranges, so it's basically useless to choose compensator. It's better to choose duckbill, which actually reduces the bullet spread and make long shot easier. However, you can choose a suppressor as well if you like to use it suppressed. Now it's also important you don't rely totally on just shotgun. You must carry a good assault rifle with it so that when you are out of ammo or you notice that your shots aren't connecting, instead of reload, you switch your gun. Because we all know shotgun take much time to reload fully, so the better option for second weapon can be M4, which you can use in mid, long and in close as well, because of its stability. Now coming to shotgun selection, different shotgun have different damage, fire rates, and magazine sizes. Choose the shotgun that suits your play style. For example, DBS has a large clip size, while the S686 is a double barrel shotgun with high damage. But I will say DBS and S12K surpasses them all in any situation. Whether it's in damage or mag size, you can use DBS and S12K in all maps. Which shotgun do you like to use? Comment down. Remember, shotguns can be incredibly powerful in close range situations, but they are less effective at longer ranges. Always be mindful of your positioning and use shotguns wisely and in combination with other weapons to maximize your chances of winning that fight. These were some tips on how to use shotgun. What about you're being rushed and they have a shotgun? Now let's see how we can defend ourselves in that situation and make that a win for ourselves. Don't push from narrow path. First of all, you don't have to push from places where enemy just have to adjust the crosshair and shot. For better example, you can take his apartment stairs or here. See if enemy push me from here, I just have to adjust my crosshair, and he will be dead in no time. Door-to-door fights, for example here, if I push directly from here, enemy only has to adjust his crosshair and take shots, which is definitely a disadvantage for me. So be aware of those paths, where you think enemy just have to adjust the crosshair.
Watch out.
Next is taking mid-range fights, and push from your right side, that will be enemy's left side, and you all know from left side it's little difficult to take fights, and if he's having a shotgun definitely he will come out of cover, which will give you a better advantage. Next is you don't have to expose too much of your body, because most of the time shotgun user takes shots only when they have a perfect shot on body, because everybody knows it is a matter of one hit in most of the cases. You can also use small peek to give your opponent a hard time. Now imagine there's an enemy in front of me and I am pushing him with a shotgun. Focus on my crosshair. It doesn't matter what weapon he has. If he comes out of cover, I know all I have to just take a single shot. What will you do in a situation like this? Most of the people use cover in out movements, which is definitely wrong. Instead, firstly you have to use small peeks like this, and if you think that enemy is too close to use peeks, move backwards while pre-firing like this, and keep the crosshair on the head level. You just have to make your enemy come to your pre-fire, and by like this you can turn any bad situation into an advantage. Last but not least, use throwables in close ranges. If you fear that you will die if you pushed a shotgun user, better use every throwables you have, whether it's a frag or a smoke. Even a stun, not just against a shotgun guy but everyone. Master the use of throwables in close combat and no one can stop you even if you're playing on lower FPS. Now at last I will give you some drills to get better at using shotguns, but before that check this advanced sensitivity you can try, especially designed for shotguns. Copy manually for one and then you can copy and paste for others. Well, I hope you might have learned something new from today's video like the old days. If you enjoyed, like and subscribe and share with your noob squad mates which you want to improve. I will see you soon. Till then, take care. And don't forget to show your enemies no mercy.
Enemies nearby. Awesome. in the car.